Thank you. We're going to go straight to Paul Gosar.
Mr. O'Brien, I heard today Mr. Hauser used a very clever word in his testimony. He said the current state of our border is broken. Who broke that system?
I would say the current administration broke that system. The border is broken. The Immigration and Nationality Act is not. There's more than ample authority to do everything that we need to do in order to secure the border. It's that this administration does not have an interest, for whatever reason, in doing that.
Now, who put out the budget in regards to Homeland Security? Was it the President, Donald Trump, or was it President Biden?
Well, I think Donald Trump has a proven track record of reducing the number of illegal crossings and maximizing the ejection of people who broke the law to come into the United States and then broke it after they were here. The current president does not have an established track record in that regard.
So, but I heard Mr. Hauser talk about money facilitated. This administration is saying that they need more money. Well, the problem is their policies are driving up the cost, are they not?
Well, their policies are driving up the cost, and as far as I know, budget-wise, every time that the Department of Homeland Security, in the history of its existence, has asked Congress for money, Congress has either given it what it asked for or given it more. I believe that Alejandro Mayorkas was the first Secretary of Homeland Security to actually go in and ask for less than a prior year's budget.
Okay, so one more question for you. Are you familiar with the OPT program?
Yes, I am.
So this is an end round around immigration numbers, is it not?
It is.
So what this basically does, and I challenge my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, this is crony capitalism to a T. This allows these big corporations like Google and Meta and Facebook to hire overseas workers at a much reduced rate. And then they are given accolades of giving a 15.5% discount, which is their Social Security and Medicare costs. They get a bypass on that. So, and these are uncapped, right? So we have no idea how many of these people are coming in. But it bypasses our immigration status, does it not?
Well, it bypasses it. It's also a program that has no basis in statute. It was created out of whole cloth by, I believe, the Immigration and Naturalization Service, and nobody really understands why it was created.
It's an unauthorized program, so with a stroke of a pen, it should go away. Yes, I absolutely agree with that. Ms. Vaughn, you made a comment and end around the current immigration law based upon the catch and release. Is there a legislative solution for us to be able to stop that?
Yes, I think there is. I think there's a legislative solution and there's an appropriation solution to it. The House has already passed H.R. 2, which would address a lot of the loopholes and the problems in the law, the authorities that have been abused under the Biden administration and sometimes the Obama administration before it. And you know, you can target certain pots of funding that are being misused. But fundamentally, the law is sound if it is actually enforced. I don't think it's a question of resources. ICE especially is doing less work with more resources than ever before. Really the critical issue is the policies. If, you know, if the laws were enforced, and we know this from experience, both under the Trump administration and before that, then we actually can control the border, and we can restore an environment in which there is a significant attrition of the illegal population because people see it that if they can't get a job, can't get a driver's license, can't get a library card, then there's no benefit to staying here, and they go home on their own.
So let me ask you a question. So those who petition asylum, how many actually get that? Is it 1 out of 10? Is it 10 out of 10? Is it 9 out of 10? Most cannot apply for it. Is that true?
That's true. There's a couple things we know from Department of Justice statistics that half the people who are allowed to come in saying that they fear persecution don't even apply for asylum. They just, we're using that. Of those who do, half of them don't show up for their immigration proceedings. Of those who do, about 10%, depending on which country they're from, are not found qualified by an immigration judge, and they're ordered removed. The House Judiciary got some data recently from the federal government showing that the Biden administration is no longer even bothering to process asylum claims for the vast majority. I think they found that something like 6% of the new arrivals were even processed for credible fear screening.
Well, I think the gentleman had other questions, but I'll let him